We're getting started, everyone. My app had to update itself, so we're in the next day. Welcome, everyone, to Petey Aprendendo Português. It is a good time. So, anyways, it's 2,078 days on the day streak. And you know what? I'm actually going to cancel. Did I save the other one? I'm going to keep going, but I'm just going to double check in my folders here to see if I got what I got going on, yo. That made sense in my own head. Yeah, okay, so we have 2077 was yesterday, which we also have it there. Cool. So I am going to ignore that. And we're going to continue today, which is 2,078 days on the day streak. I feel like the screen, okay, it just lagged right now, so I spoke too soon. We got a little bit of glitchiness. I don't know if it's the camera or if it's the video encoder on my computer. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. Let's rejoice. Well, actually, rejoice was another day. I recommend... ironic, too, because I chose the day in being the day of recommend. And the recommended settings because I had to put in an update for my my streamer. So, and also I put in some recommendations at work for some people of my old job. So, soon to be old job, but I will leave it at that. So, let's recommend that we start this soon because we only have a half hour left to finish up the day streak, or else, you know, I lose all focus in my Portuguese learning experience. That's the ultimatum. And also, I didn't open up my Finch. Living on the edge. So, 2,078 days on the day streak. I'll see you guys in a sec. Let's do our best. Okay, so I think my plan is to just get this done and quick and all that good stuff. Oof, we're in 15th place. That's not a good placement to be. So something tells me this could be an XP earning opportunity. Because I was just kind of not having it. Or I'm just lazy for the whole week. Yay. It really depends on what I want to do. We got one mistake to erase, so I think I'll start there. And this, I'll cancel out if I get it wrong, though. O hotel.
O hotel fica em lugar complicado.
That's my guess. The hotel is in a tricky place. O hotel fica em lugar complicado. Yes, eu falo português. Yeah. All right, there we go. We got it for the win. Right at 11:30. That's pretty cool. So, lesson complete. Let's see that day streak. And boom. 2,078 days on the day streak. Keeping that flame going, keeping it alive. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. 2,078 days on the day streak. Let's get it over here. Lickety split. That's probably 5 minutes. I'm going to assume that's going to be 5 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes. That was still quick, and I got a head start with that. I already gave Juan a gift, so I'm going to save my jammy gems. He gave me a gift as a courtesy. But we're almost halfway to that. And come on, Flame City. Boom. 2078. Extending with only 28 minutes left. Yay, Petey. I love the message. I love the positive affirmations. Yes. All right, and then we're going to screenshot that for a rainy day. Once the image saved annoying notification icon thingy goes away. Where is, or runs behind, I think, is Corre Atrás de. Claim cheesy peas. 504. So that one was over 5 minutes. Boom. 2078. Just like that. Go, Petey. There's that. Screenshot. And Save image. Like archiving, you know, I just love it. I love archiving everything in the world. I feel like for this, I'm not gonna save every day for Duolingo. I've decided. So we spent 9 out of 20 minutes learning. And we're going to do 5 out of 6. And then I think we're going to do 6 out of 6.
Perdoar.
Forgive you.
Dias chuvosos.
Are days still rainy? No, that's...
Dias chuvosos.
I'm just going to do rainy days. R is a trap.
Está sempre tão chuvoso aqui. Está sempre tão chuvoso aqui. Aqui.
It's always so rainy here.
Sabe, eu não dormi bem no hotel.
You think,
Sabe,
you know, I didn't sleep well at the hotel.
perdi o mapa. Mesmo assim encontrei o hotel.
I
Perdi.
lost the map, but I...
Mesmo. Assim, encontrei.
Anyway, but I found the hotel is gonna be my... But I still, assim is still... Alright, right. Okay.
Esqueci meu passaporte, mas mesmo assim chegamos a tempo.
I forgot my passport, but this time
Mesmo. Chegamos.
we arrived
Tempo.
on time. Eu esqueci meu passaporte, mas mesmo assim chegamos a tempo. I forgot my passport, but we still arrived on time.
Ela reclamou do céu sempre chuvoso.
Ela reclamou do céu sempre chuvoso. She complained about the perpetually raining sky.
Sabe, o restaurante tinha fila longa.
Sabe, o restaurante tinha fila longa. You know, the restaurant had a long time. Raining.
Chuvoso.
There we go.
Tentar perdoar.
Tentar perdoar. Perdoar. Tentar perdoar. Try to forgive.
Dia chuvoso.
A rainy day. Forgive.
Perdoar.
Okay. Perdoar is the word of
Areia.
the lesson. Prize.
Prêmio.
Forgive.
Perdoar.
Jungle.
Selva. Gasolina.
That's Silva. Gasoline is gasoline.
Mesmo assim.
Even so. Own.
Próprio.
Stone.
Pedra.
Gasoline.
Gasolina.
Forgive.
Perdoar.
Momento.
Moment. You know.
Sabe. Perdoar o amigo.
Perdoar o amigo. To forgive the friend.
Perdi o mapa. Mesmo assim encontrei o hotel.
Was it? I
Mapa. Perdi.
lost the map. I lost the map, but I still found the hotel. Mesmo assim me encontrei o hotel. Oh, and we got... Okay. That was the only one we got wrong. That's not bad. So, we got 12 out of 20. We're in 14th place rather than 15th. Okay, so Kitty is the 16th place person. Not as bad. That doesn't make me feel so bad. We're gonna do some practicing mistake eraser. Cause that
Perdi
one
o mapa. Mesmo assim encontrei o hotel.
lost the map. Love the repetition, but I found the hotel is what I initially wrote, but I still found the hotel is the correct answer. Yes, okay. Perdi o mapa, mesmo blah blah blah. O mapa. There we go, 13. So that's another one. We're gonna get this for the describe a trip, and we're gonna get a reward at the end.
Ele reclamou 200 vezes sobre o banheiro.
He reclaimed.
Reclamou.
He complained
200.
200 times about the bathroom. Why?
Para onde pode ir sem aproveitar nada.
Para ir.
Ir.
Pode
pode para onde pode ir sem aproveitar nada. Acordar nada, nada.
Where can you go without taking advantage of anything? Para onde pode ir sem aproveitar nada.
Para onde foi o grupo
Wow.
agora?
Intense. Where has the group gone now?
Uma selva tropical. Selva tropical.
Tropical jungle.
Uma experiência desagradável.
An unpleasant experience.
Por que você insiste em ficar no... Por que você insiste em ficar no hotel? Hotel.
Why do you insist on staying at the hotel?
Andar 200 metros.
Walk 200 meters. That's a lot of meters.
Não consigo limpar a areia da mochila.
Actually, kilometers is 200 meters. Is that, how much is that in? That's nothing in comparison. I'm thinking of the metric system. It's like, oh, that's like, what, 0.2 kilometers?
Não consigo limpar a areia da mochila.
Can't get sand out of the backpack. Is anybody here? Nope. Okay.
Eles vão me pegar no aeroporto amanhã.
Eles vão me pegar no aeroporto amanhã. They're going to pick me up at the airport
Sabe,
tomorrow. Sabe, eu não dormi bem no hotel. You know, I didn't sleep well.
Você pode-
Você pode me pegar na minha casa. Eles foram para o cinema e o filme foi ruim. They were going to the cinema when it was bad. Something like that. Wow, we're getting close to 48. Oh man. Did we get all the questesses? We got one left, but we got 5 gems and then 9. And also, we're 10 questesses away from earning the May badge. And double XP for all of that glory. Give me that sugar. Do we have any practices? Did we get anything wrong? Nope, everything's reviewed. So we're 4 ranks away from the demotion zone. So my instinct is I'm probably going to just reward myself with the speaking. And then we're going to Precisamos de espaço mobiliado.
A cortina.
A cortina que você perdurou é bonita. The curtain you hung up is beautiful. O amigo que recomenda móveis ajuda muito. Precisamos de sofá novo quando nos mudarmos. We need a new sofa when
Ela
quer pedir uma cama confortável.
O eletricista.
I don't know how the fuck to say that. Conserta a limpada, bitch. The electrician fixed the lamp.
Minha prateleira.
Minha prateleira. My shelf. O design do quarto é elegante e simples. The room's design is elegant and simple.
Deixe o martelo com o carpinteiro.
Deixo o martelo como o carpinteiro. Leave the hammer with the carpenter.
Uma televisão velha.
Uma televisão velha. An old television. Perfect. Lesson complete. Yes. Okay, so there's a bit of a gap here. Like, between like 11th and like 12th place. There's like a more than a 100 XP gap, so that's a little bit unnerving. So we're going to do another speaking just to keep ourselves a little bit more enriched. But then I'll do a story time after, and that'll be 44 XP. Good. Come on, duos lingos. Areia no space. Sand on our feet.
A cidade é linda, mas muito chuvosa.
A cidade é linda, mas muito chuvosa. The city's beautiful, but very rainy.
Eu não gosto de viajar no horário de pico.
Eu não gosto de viajar no horário de pico. I don't like traveling during rush hour.
Não sei para onde ir.
Não sei para onde ir. I don't know where to go.
Já paramos 200 vezes.
Shit. Já paramos 200 vezes.
Precisamos
de mais gasolina logo. We need more gasoline.
Toda hora no banheiro.
Toda hora no banheiro. Always in the bathroom.
Eles vão me pegar no aeroporto amanhã.
Eles vão me pegar no aeroporto amanhã.
Tudo é sem...
Tudo é sempre complicado com ele. Everything's complicated with him.
O parque
foi incrível, mas ele não foi. Park was incredible. He did not want to go. Ooh, we got a double. We got double credit for that. You heard that? Double bonus and all that good stuff. So we're closing the gap just ever so slightly. We're still 100 away. So I'm thinking we do another speaking for a rainy day. Actually, let's do Vamos fazer uma festa com uma tema de vulcão. A água ficou congelada durante a noite. Nunca foi para a Argentina. Nunca fui para a Argentina. Eu nunca escalei nada tão alto. Nunca subi uma montanha tão alta. Vamos viajar por todos os lugares um dia. Não visitei o Brasil nem o Chile. Chile? Really? A primavera é perfeita para trilhas, você sabia? Shit, sabia. Spring is perfect for hiking. Eles dizem que ser mochileiro é uma aventura. They say that being a backpacker is an
O inverno
adventure.
frio.
A cold winter. O inverno frio. I'm glad we're out of that. I hate cold winters. I'm sick of it, Mings. I like living in a four-winter place in the summer. Alright, we closed the gap just a little bit, but o ponto de ônibus, which is kind of ironic because I had some paperwork done.
O ponto de ônibus.
Eu tenho Instagrams. How you doing, juniories?
Zari e Lily estão no ponto de ônibus. Zari quer ir a um show de K-pop no centro da cidade.
Zari and Lily are at the bus stop. Zari wants to go to a K-pop show in the center of the city.
Estou tão animada. Vamos pegar o ônibus e ir ao show.
I'm excited. Let's grab the bus to go to the show.
Eu não gosto de K-pop, Zari. E eu não gosto de ônibus.
I don't like K-pop, Zari. And I don't like the ônibus.
Mas vai ser muito divertido. Por favor.
But it'll be very fun, please.
Tá bom.
Tá bom. Alright.
O ônibus chega. Está muito cheio porque é horário de pico.
Uau,
Okay.
tem muita.
The bus arrived. It's very full of people. It's rush hour. Wow, there's many people para gente no ônibus. There are a lot of people on the bus.
Eu odeio gente.
I hate people.
Elas tentam entrar no ônibus.
They try to get on the bus.
Desculpem, meninas. O ônibus está cheio. Vocês precisam esperar o próximo.
Sorry, girls. The bus is full of people that need to you need to wait for the next
Tudo
one.
bem. Obrigada.
All right, thank you.
Quanto tempo até o próximo ônibus?
Quanto tempo
Quanto tempo até o próximo ônibus?
até o próximo ônibus? What time? How long till the next bus?
30 minutos.
30 minutes.
30 minutos?
30 minutes?
Elas esperam. Lily
Wait.
está irritada. Zari canta uma música de K-pop.
Lily is irritated. Zari sings a music of the K-pop. While they wait, the next bus stop, Zari canta uma música alegre? Oh, joyful.
Não fique triste, Lily.
I'm
O
not-
próximo
don't be sad.
ônibus vem logo.
Lily, the bus will come
30
soon.
minutos depois,
30 minutes
o
later.
próximo ônibus chega. Também está cheio.
The next bus will arrive. Also is full.
Não acredito. Este
I
também
can't-
está cheio.
I can't believe it. This is also full.
Não. O que vamos
Não.
fazer? O show começa às 8.
What do you want? The show starts at 8.
Lily olha para o celular.
Lily looks to the cell phone.
Zari, que dia é hoje?
Zari, what day is it?
Sexta-feira. Por quê?
Friday, why?
O show é
Sábado.
O quê?
The show's Saturday. What? O show é amanhã, Zari. Não é hoje. There we go.
O show é amanhã, Zari, não é hoje.
It's tomorrow, not today.
Ai, não. Desculpa, Lily.
Oh no, Lily. Oh no. Sorry, Lily.
Fomos ao ponto de ônibus no horário de pico. Por
Smoke.
nada. Maravilhoso.
We went to the bus stop at the rush hour for nothing. Wonderful.
Mas amanhã vai ser muito divertido.
But tomorrow will be very fun.
Amanhã nós vamos de bicicleta.
Tomorrow we are going by bike. No final, Zari realizes that o show é no sábado. It's on a Saturday. And we got 44 just like I predicted. And we got all daily quests complete. Does that mean we get double XP? No, we got 15 jammy gems. That's okay. We gotta earn some back. After, and speaking of which, do we have more? Boom, look at that. We got some gems. We got that sugar. Sugar, baby, sugar. Yeah. All right. Quest, this is Shopee. We got 5 minutes left. 5 minutos. 41 out of 50 for the May quest. We're almost done, and we still got like most of May left. Let's describe a challenging trip. And this might be the last one. We might just let the rest of it fly. Vamos para a.
Fomos
We
para
went to the praia, mas foi
desastre.
Desastre, but it was a disaster.
Vamos sair mais cedo no próximo feriado.
We leave earlier on the next holiday.
Prêmio.
Prize.
Feriado.
Holiday.
Mesmo.
Mesmo is really
90.
90.
Vamos aproveitar o feriado para relaxar.
Vamos aproveitar o feriado para relaxar. We are going to take advantage of the holiday to relax.
Nem pensar em esperar. Passar. Pensar.
Didn't even think about waiting. No mês passado, eu fui and I went. I think it's like foi. Yes, fui em uma viagem longa. Last month I went on a long trip.
Estou cansado de viajar no horário de pico.
Estou cansado de viajar no horário de pico. I'm tired of traveling during rush hour.
Por que saímos no horário de pico outra vez? Pico.
Why didn't we go out during rush hour again? Evitar
Ó,
o horário de pico.
horário de pico. É melhor para viajar.
Avoiding rush hour is better for traveling. Evitar o horário de pico é melhor para viajar.
Ela sempre reclama do horário de pico.
All right, she always complains about
Sempre reclama.
Complains about rush hour. Oh, that's just that. Próximo feriado. Fuck.
Você pode me pegar na minha casa?
Can you pick me up at my house?
Evitar. Ó. Horário de pico.
Avoid rush hour.
Ontem fomos na praia cedo.
Yesterday, we went to the beach early. Okay.
Feriado.
Holiday.
Espelho.
Mirror.
Momento.
Moment.
Dar.
To give.
Fui visitar a praia no verão passado. Fui.
I went to visit the beach last summer. Fui visitar a praia.
Praia
no
verão
passado. Yeah, all right. The cool. Feriado is the next holiday. Vamos sair mais cedo no próximo feriado. Let's something for the next holiday. Good. Oh, we actually made it to 11th place. That's all right. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, man. Let's see. We got 2 minutes left. I could do... Here's the thing. I could do another mistake eraser. I might. Because that'll be two... that'll just be 2 more. I don't think it'll take us to the bridge here. You know what? I think with that double... Yeah, we got 1 minute left. I'm just going to do a speaking. Let's just try to zoom through this. Eu lembro dos seus triunfos em 2010. Sua família está muito orgulhosa de você. Eles abriram um novo escritório ontem. Até os anos 90. Estamos todos felizes por você. Ela sempre sonhou em trabalhar com medicina. Ela é uma profissional bem-sucedida. Fucking. She's a successful professional. I can't talk today. Agradecer o prêmio. Thank for the prize. Durante os eventos não chovia quase nunca. Ele sempre se dedica. That's how you say it. A ajudar os outros. I'm having a stroke today. He's always dedicates himself to helping others. And we made it at the buzzer. I'm imagining that... Okay, that made us in 9th place. All right, we might have ruffled some feathers there. But, you know, no pun intended either. I know that's funny. Because, like, ruffled some feathers could be interpreted in, like, an owl way. But I didn't even think of that. I've just been saying it. I guess I've subliminal messaging, you know? BSI of Instagram, Junior's Rokes. But I'm going to close the chat for now as we count down our double XP for the day, which we don't really need all the time. I would say Super Duo has been super helpful. Boom. At the buzzer, 0 seconds later. But I will probably... oh shit, you know what? I got to do my Finchy. Super Duo is pretty cool. I do like it. Let's do it. Let's just open up our Finchy real quick. Oh boy, I always forget this. And we got the volume up because we want to hear the day. Oh my God! Pause for a second and reflect how insanely consistent you are. With what though? I do like how he's like a little sunshine. I'm going to screenshot these because for some reason it doesn't actually save the... Here, we're gonna go to my options. My options with it. And I've got like 5 minutes to decide where I'm going to send these to. My mother, probably. I'm going to send it to my mommy. Alright, let's go to mommy. And my sister. And all my bitches. I've got a lot of friends that are girls on this, you know, gay platform of an app. But I still... Here's the thing, I wanted to get Naya into it, but she's like, no, that's gay. It's like, I guess I'm the gay one in the relationship. Jesus. Trying to think who else is my friend. I'll leave it at that. I don't know if... I'm gonna just out of it. Out of the... We're gonna chat with Mr. Peepee. I heard some people talking about spring cleaning. Do other seasons need to be cleaned too? Just means people like to start the spring with cleaning the house, with a clean house. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. But I'm not sure you could clean the seasons, but you could clean other things at any time of the year. Yeah, I'd do that. Like, how do I take a bird bath and clean myself? Do I do a spring cleaning, a summer cleaning, a fall cleaning, and a winter cleaning? I need that every month. Like, I feel like I'm a dirty boy. Yeah, there you go. There's the broom. And I think I want to send Peep to, I'm just going to make him shut up for a sec. I got some glass of waters. Chose a healthy snack. I definitely did all these fitness-related stuff. I'm not caught up with my fitness program. I'm like a week behind, but that's all right. Instant coffee is what Peep has in that little bottle. That's hilarious. All right, I'm going to just say hello to Mr. Owl. I'm going to give him a hug. See, it's stupid cute. I love it. I do want to get purple rice onigiri. We got Pato, we got the Alps, we got the Amazon rainforest. I feel like the Alps is good for winter. Well, I'll decide later. Bhutan. Should I send him to Bhutan's? The Himalayas? Oh, wow, it's in the Himalayas. I'm probably going to send him in the winter. That's a good winter place, you know? I'm running out of good winter places. Maybe Vancouver. But Sydney is where my heart is right now, if I can go from Tokyo to Sydney. But anyways, that's enough of the Finchy. It's an adorable app. I'm going to double check. Limas. Turbo 94. 2078. Bro, you're a living legend. Lima Balls. Yeah. Boom. Got him. Yeah. Suck it. Lima Balls, baby. All right. So, the man, the myth, the legend. 2078. Thanks for being my hype man. You are a homie. You're my bro. At least somebody loves me, goddammit. It's hard to find the love out there because I'm kind of a jerk. I'm not going to lie. But anyways, 2078 days on the day streak. Let's see that flame. Yeah. Or let's see that fucking flame one last time. Yeah. Boom. A little bit angsty at the end. So, it's the theme for today is that we're going to recommend things to... I don't know. I don't like giving unsolicited advice to people, like, randomly. I guess I've started to. But it pisses people off. Especially people that, you know... But it's... I can't help it. I like helping people, even though it pisses them off. And I would say, you know, if you recommend something to someone and it pisses them off and it annoys them and they don't tell you, like, you know, it's their emotional thing that they have to deal with, you know? Like, if I get offended for somebody explaining something to me, that's not their fault. They're just trying to be helpful. Although I do see that there are some drama haven people that try to inflame other people, and that sucks even worse because it's like they're like cosplaying as helpful people when they actually are trying to just be mean about it in a weird way. It's like be manipulative about it, and it's like, jeez. Didn't know that was a thing, but I'll leave it at that. It's been a good time. Okay. I'm just going to give it like maybe a good 15 seconds until we're back on, baby. I think it's just the kilobits per second is super high, and that's what's crashing. But I'm going to conclude. I was talking about just my job today. And I think I said it earlier, like where, you know, I went to 2 work orders and I recommended some things. I suggested what they could do. I kind of did that a little bit yesterday too. And I guess we're in the next day. It's already midnight. So it's neither here nor there. But I will leave this stream as such. I think 2078 is going to be the year that I recommend things to people. Not because I am a splainer. but simply because I'm just trying to help. I feel like any mansplainer is just a gentleman that really wants to help. They're not really trying to be condescending. They come off as that. And, granted, maybe half of them, maybe it's not as many that you think are trying to be condescending. I feel like it's like in the nature of like the initial thing that at its core, it's just a guy that's trying to help out. Not because not because of like, oh, you're perfectly able to know and things yourself. But, if it's also like maybe the way a guy's brain works, and this is something that's never considered, is that you have to say things out loud. Like for me personally, I have to say things and teach in order for me to learn it and understand it fully. And that's universal. That's not just a man thing. That's a woman thing. That's a anybody thing. And that should be acknowledged too, as it is. So, putting a pin in that, that's, if I recommend things and it sounds like mansplaining, it's really just me trying to help. So, I didn't have that accusation. I was just trying to be a helpful person. And I recommended some good things. I said, this is probably a good idea, something that you'd want to consider, blah, 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 blah. And, yeah. It felt good. Today was a good day for all of that. Maybe 2078 I'll advise somebody in some way, shape, or form in 2078 to I don't know, just to really like if I'm that wise sage in the mountain, or even just a grandfather, where I have a let's just take a look at 2078 one last time again. Boom, there it is. We probably could have ended the stream before, but I feel like the year of 2078 days on the day streak, I feel like that is going to be the time in which I really advise somebody that I'd recommend, like, oh, no, grandson, don't get into insurmountable amounts of debt over this stupid fucking degree, or whatever the equivalent of that is in the future. Like, don't spend your money on stupid shit, or this is how you play the tuba, not that way. And I'm not saying that I'm going to be an expert in that at that point, but something to think about. And, if I'm getting wiser, hopefully I'll get wiser at that point when I'm an old man. It'll be good to, like, pass down the torch and give advice, and unsolicited or not, I've received some unsolicited advice. I've given some. We all do it. And it's not the end of the world when it happens. And if it sounds like it's being condescending, maybe they're just trying to help. And maybe it's in your head, So it's, because that's at the heart of it, Oh, there it goes. I got spited again. No. That's kind of at the heart of it, And why can't it be a positive thing? Why can't it be a positive connotation? Why does it always have to be something else? I suppose, like, something happened in 2012. The world did end, but it shifted. Like, the timeline split. The timelines where you could say, like, where you could say retard, that's not going to be one of the days, by the way. Maybe, like, when I'm 90, I'm going to assume that I'm just retarded. That'll be how the year goes. It's like, oh, I'm retarded at that point, because I'll be like a vegetable or something. Hopefully not. Knock on wood. Hopefully I'm still mobile. I'm taking my vitamins and shit. But I feel like, and at least where I live, it's a very liberal area. Anywhere in the Northeast is kind of like that. It's kind of circled back around where, like, stuff, and I feel like it's bouncing back and forth, where the polarization is like, if you're in a very left-leaning area, you can't, like, even just speaking the word of racism, being accused of that, it's like saying the word Voldemort. Like, saying the N-word is like saying Voldemort in the Harry Potter world. It's like, you cannot say this. But it's funny. Or, you know, yeah, funny for you. It's like, well, yeah, and a lot of other people, including... I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, but my recommendation is that... I guess if... I'm not an old man yet, but I feel like my recommendation of the PD of 2026, as of right now, you know, there's always the generic cliche of, like, never change, never, like, stop being you. And I've had that a lot. And I feel like that they were being like, in hindsight, I feel like they were being sarcastic, and they were just kind of, like, going with the meme of the whole thing. And that's something, you know, that's a little bit manipulative too, and that's a little fucked up. But I will say that there's some truth to that, you know. If I just stayed course and kept being, like, saying the R word, saying the N word, I'm not gonna say it. I never said the N word. Like, I was kind of, like, bothered by it, you know, because it was a disparaging word, you know. But if somebody's being fucking retarded, they're being fucking retarded. And that shouldn't be like, oh, you can't use the R word. It's like, yeah, but that's fucking retarded too. And that's why I'm a bad person, because it's just, for a lot of people, a lot of assholes that are, and maybe I could have been that asshole. That could have been me. That, you know, they were like, oh, it never left, baby. I've been saying it forever. You just got to find different parts of the internet to, you know, let loose and all that shit. I guess, like, if there's a situation that forces you to tighten up, don't be so fucking uptight. You're going to go crazy. Then you're actually going to be racist. Because that's what happens. You just are like, why can't I say? Why? It's America. There are countries that ban it publicly. I don't know why this talk is about, like, racism. I feel like I'm talking about this like I'm touching into a controversial subject every other stream. But I feel like my recommendation is also to stay out of it, to find, like, I guess in the recommendation of, like, not letting it affect you to the point of you having to change and overcorrect what you're already doing. It might sound stubborn too, but, you know, I've listened to a bunch of advice, and I've taken a bunch of advice from everyone. And this is who I've ended up being. Like, all this contradicting information that I've gotten from this person and that person and this person and that person. And maybe that's why, you know, a lot of cunty women, you have to put that in there, are just, like, frustrated with all the flooding of information. Because they have all these people that are trying to help them, and they're just like, no, you know, I got my way of doing things, and that's fine. And I feel like that's the full circle moment there. That, you know, the explaining part of it. But in the same sense, it's like, you can be respectful, you know, thank you. But I feel like teaching etiquette is kind of a basic thing, but an impulse control. Like, instead of just, you know, reacting to, and that's not going to be a day either. Even though I feel like it could have been. Like, I guess my recommendation is just, like, keep true. Keep going, man. Just, like, whatever you think is cool, do that. Whatever you think is, like, kind of bullshit in terms of advice, ignore it, you know? And it's just, intuitively, we all know the answer. We all know what works for ourselves. You know, and if you have somebody with a degree, or you have somebody with, like, you know, if you have somebody with credentials that doesn't know the full situation and they're still recommending bullshit to you, you got to be able to sniff that out too. But I'm not saying, like, if it's life-saving medicine, obviously take the life-saving medicine. But it's just, it's so hard to not be, like, convinced of some bullshit that could come into fruition in your life. Because, like, I've always wanted to make money online. I've always wanted to, like, have a work-from-home job. I've always wanted to, like, just do the music thing, and then I kind of had recommendations of, like, oh, join this group, study education, or, you know, study being a music teacher, because if the whole performance thing doesn't work out, you could be a teacher. So then hundreds of thousands of teaching students ended up flooding the market in competition to be a music teacher. It's like, well, fuck. They cornered the market with that. And then it's like, all right, what about voice acting? I feel like a bunch of ex-choir majors are now fucking going for voice acting. Fuck, that's saturated. And it seems as though everywhere in entertainment, there's just always a hole to be filled. And it's just like, man. There's no dancing tuba player, though, so I've got that fucking niche. Don't fucking take it, man. It's my only thing. It's my recommendation. That's the theme of today. Anyways, 2078 days. If we're in a dystopian nightmare, if we're seeing sci-fi horrors, if I look more handsome and younger, and, you know, like with a built body in that year, that's how you know I'm in a surrogate, and, you know, I'm probably having orgies in Brazil, and that's why I'm learning Portuguese for this long. So anyways, 2078 days on the day streak. Yeah. And my recommendation is to, be yourself. As gay as that sounds, be your fucking self. And because it's like, I guess in the sense, be stubbornly yourself, in the sense that, like, the influencing, you know, social media stuff and, like, politics and all that stuff that like, and influencers maybe that influences, like, everybody's opinion, or like this explained. I tried doing videos like that. It's not my proudest moment, but, like, you know, I'm gonna continue this rant for a little bit longer, but, like, the meaning, what's the meaning of this scene that happened in this movie? It's like, did nobody watch the fucking show or, like, movie or read the manga? It's like all this Naruto stuff that gets explained, or I guess that's an example, or Bleach, or this is what happened and this is what it meant. It's like, yeah, the writing's on the fucking wall. Like, do people need this shit painted out for them? Just fucking pay attention. You know, if you don't immerse yourself in the source material, then are you actually consuming it? Are you actually interested? Or are we all just kind of, are a lot of people just watching anime to just, like, get the highlight reels and then just talking about it with people as a talking point? I feel like that's what, you know, entertainment has become, just like a means of, like, talking about it, not necessarily just sitting, watching, absorbing, then going home and then talking about it, like, with your spouse or loved one or friends, and then just not thinking about it for, like, a couple days and then actually remembering it. But I don't know, that this era, I sometimes feel like I'm like an old man, and I definitely will be an old man in 2078 days on the day streak. And as always, I'm going to leave it there. Muito obrigado por assistir. Boa noite. Ciao, ciao for now. Take care. And my recommendation is to be kind to one another as well, too. I keep stuttering. But yeah, just be yourself stubbornly. Be kind to one another. And if you have to just say, like, if you're, like, prone to being mansplained too, and I have been too, by a lot of women, believe it or not, just, you know, be nice. I feel like the traffic sucks in that. I'm starting another tangent. Last bit. People are so insensitive on the road after this full year of just fucking just, like, I don't know, just driving around, everyone just cuts each other off. I had this one guy that took a left and just cut me off, almost cut me off, but I just made it right in front of him, but he was like tailgating me, like almost bumper to bumper, and I'm like, this is like, just pump on your brakes, just wait 2 minutes, like not even 2 minutes, like just wait a second. Like, I'm driving here. I don't know. I took it. It still affected me because it's like that could have been a fender bender, and this guy's, and just I feel like that's where the culture's at now. And I really feel like I have to say, I really have to say like this is just insane, just where we're at and culturally, and like it. I have to keep saying, like, you know, be nice. It's just, you'll get there. You get to your destination. Not that. And people will say, oh, you're driving like a turtle. You're driving like a turtle. It's like, no, I'm driving defensively. You know what turtles have? They have fucking shells. They have a protective layer because why? They're defensive drivers. They're defensive turtles. They're shields. They're literally sentient shields. So, if I drive like a turtle, then that means I'm a defensive driver. Fuck you. Anyways, I digress. Be kind to one another. That's my recommendation. Drive better. Be kind to one another. Stubbornly be yourself. Consume more protein. Muito obrigado por assistir. Boa noite. Ciao, ciao for now. Take care. Oh, God help us. Ciao, ciao. Here we go.